During the campaign to liberate Europe in 1944, Allied troops observed a notable difference in the physical appearance of German soldiers compared to their own forces. The German soldiers appeared leaner and thinner, a reflection of the challenging supply situation they faced, especially in the last 2 years of the war. This austerity was evident in the physique of their soldiers. Additionally, the German military placed a strong emphasis on physical fitness and conditioning. This focus on maintaining peak military fitness levels added to the overall leanness of their troops. While the Allies had a more varied diet and better access to supplies, the German soldiers' disciplined training and relatively meager rations in the last years of the war contributed to their lean appearance during the war. A typical daily diet for a German soldier consisted of limited breakfast fare, a piece of bread, approximately 350–400 grams, and unsweetened coffee. Dinner resembled breakfast but included a small portion of sausage, 100 grams, 3 eggs, or a cheese slice, accompanied by butter, lard, or margarine for bread. The bulk of the daily rations was served at lunch, featuring meat soup, substantial portions of boiled potatoes, around 1.5 kilograms, meat, approximately 140 grams, and modest vegetable sides, usually salads. Notably, soldiers did not receive bread during lunch. The Wehrmacht soldiers' diet during World War II, while calorically sufficient, lacked variety. Breakfast and dinner consisted mainly of bread, with hot meals served only at lunchtime. The menu was dominated by potatoes and bread, and soldiers had sweet tea or cocoa only twice a week. The rations included staples such as meat, cheese, and sausages, making it comparatively more diverse than some other European armies of the time. German soldiers, like their counterparts in many armies, often had to adapt to their circumstances by making use of available resources in the field and the villages surrounding them. Especially during the early stages of the war, including the Eastern Campaign, reports abound of German officers requisitioning food from local populations in occupied or recently conquered territories. In many cases, they issued credit papers to the locals, believing that the German government would later reimburse them for the goods. This practice aimed to maintain some semblance of order and compensation for the requisitioned resources. Furthermore, soldiers frequently engaged in trade with local residents, exchanging money or other valuable items they had come across during their campaigns for food, supplies, or services. Such transactions allowed for a degree of cooperation and exchange between the occupying forces and the civilian population. However, it is important to note that instances of looting and theft did occur, as they often do during wartime. These actions were not uniform across the entire Wehrmacht, but varied depending on the officers' attitudes toward the civilian population. Some units were more disciplined and adhered to strict regulations regarding the treatment of civilians and their property, while others engaged in looting and theft, which, when discovered, could result in severe punishment. In addition to the regular rations and field cooking, different kinds of porridge, such as semolina porridge, played a crucial role in the diet of soldiers, particularly those in field hospitals or served by the Feldküchen, or field kitchens. These field kitchens were vital components of the logistical chain, providing troops in the field with relatively fresh and warm meals, including soups, stews, and porridge. Porridge, like semolina porridge, was a comforting and easily digestible option often prepared by field kitchens. These simple yet nourishing dishes were especially valuable for soldiers recovering in field hospitals, as they provided essential nutrients and comfort during times of illness or injury. Soldiers would find solace in these warm and familiar meals. Field kitchens also served as gathering points for troops. These hubs of activity allowed troops to share information and news from the rear, creating a sense of community and shared experience even in the midst of battle. Moreover, the informal nature of these gatherings often led to small-scale trade and bartering for items like hygiene products. Soldiers exchanged goods they had acquired during their service or through interactions with the local population, further enhancing the practicality and importance of field kitchens beyond mere sustenance. Pea soup, known as Erbsensuppe, held a prominent place among the most common dishes served to German troops during World War II. This hearty and nutritious soup was not only a staple of military field kitchens, but was also frequently prepared by soldiers themselves. Erbsensuppe was highly regarded for its simplicity, affordability, and nutritional value. Made primarily from dried peas, the soup was often cooked with various ingredients available in the field, such as bits of smoked bacon or sausage for added flavor and protein. It was a versatile dish that could be adjusted based on the available ingredients, making it suitable for different circumstances and supply levels. This soup played a vital role in sustaining soldiers throughout the war, offering a warm and filling meal during long and arduous campaigns. German soldiers, like their counterparts from around the world, had a sweet tooth, and one particular chocolate, Coca-Cola, held a special place in their hearts and kit bags. Coca-Cola, short for Schokolade Kaffee Kolanus, was concocted in 1935 by the Hildebrand chocolate manufacturer, and found its way into the rations of German troops during World War II. This chocolate was renowned for its caffeine and cola nut blend, boasting a caffeine content of about 0.2%, derived from its 58% cocoa content, complemented by 2.6% roast coffee and 1.6% cola nut. Encased in its iconic red and white metal canister, the design and recipe of Coca-Cola have remained largely unchanged since its debut in 1936. Originally, Coca-Cola was introduced as sport chocolate during the 1936 Summer Olympics, positioned as an energy booster. During World War II, it became colloquially known as aviator chocolate, or Flieger Schokolade, a regular feature in Luftwaffe pilot and crew rations. Its purpose was clear: to induce wakefulness and alertness, particularly during night bombing missions, making it invaluable to air crews. Beyond the skies, it was also distributed to German tank crews, U-boat crews, and soldiers in the Wehrmacht. The chocolate, known as Wehrmacht-Packung, was packaged in metal tins or cardboard containers and served as a handy pick-me-up in the field. One intriguing account of Coca-Cola comes from Johann Voss, a former member of the Waffen-SS, who recounted his wartime experiences. In his autobiography, Black Edelweiss, Voss recalls its significance during his service. In dire situations, rounds of Coca-Cola were issued to troops as a morale booster. He also noted an unusual act of respect during Operation Northwind, where Coca-Cola was shared with captured American troops as a gesture of acknowledgement for their bravery. Voss described the chocolate as pure luxury,